Yo, what's up guys, it's Chris here. Yesterday, Veve did a November-December recap. Lots of things were covered, from merging accounts to crypto pay-in and payout, MCP, marketing to come. A lot was covered. In these videos, my point is to do a recap, preferably in under 5 minutes. If it goes a little bit over, there's a lot of information in this one. You can definitely go back and watch the full AMA, the full community update. I'll leave it up here above. They're getting better and better with the team expanding. Corey being on the team now. I think they just picked up Ryan. The graphics are getting good. The recaps are getting good. And they're leaving really good threads on them. So definitely feel free to watch that. But again, I like to recap it just to make it short and sweet for you guys. Kind of give a little bit of my opinion on what's to come, and as well as just being short, but also being able to expand on the things that I feel are important. As always, if these benefit you, be sure to interact with them, like them. If you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Without further ado, let's dig into the November-December update and what's to come for Veve in 2023. Real quick, Veve is doing 12 days of giveaways leading up to Christmas right here. I will leave a link in the comments and in the description for you to click to be able to find these giveaways, to be able to sign up. If you use my link, it does give me extra entries. I'd really appreciate that, especially if these videos benefit you. You simply go to that link, you fill out your information like your Veve username and whatever else it asks for. I think your email associated with Veve, and then you enter. You can get extra entries by doing a couple of things. Let me decrease my size real quick. But basically, I don't really like to give more permissions personally, so I'm hopefully going to get some more entries just off of referring you guys and some of my friends. And if not, that's okay. But there's a cool little video. I'm not going to play it right here, but they're giving away 120 prizes, 12 days of giveaways, 10 winners each day. And then the prizes get better. So if you do win, you want to win later in the time, because that's your best chance to get something really big. So definitely sign up for that under the link that I give you, either in the comments or the description, to be in both of those. So without further ado, let's just jump right into all the differences. So I made a video last week on this, but the biggest thing I'll go ahead and address is right above me, the merging account. So you'll be able to merge up to 5 accounts in the next few days. Obviously, beta testing is rolling out for that. I do think that will have an effect on the market. I have another video that you can feel free to go watch on that, specifically on merging accounts. This is for families who had a bunch of accounts, but maybe only one of them was old enough to KYC, so you had several kids that enjoyed going for drops. It's also for people that just had several accounts. Unfortunately, maybe there'll be some bot accounts in this that will maybe flood the market. Maybe some people will flood the market on top of this, just being able to access some collectibles and comics and be able to interact with them, which they haven't been able to do as far as the market goes. Well, I won't spend a lot of time on that because I did a separate video on that, but that is coming in the next few weeks, actually probably the next few days. Gem payment threshold, this is a really big deal. They actually cut it in half. So up until this point, you needed 1,000 gems to be able to withdraw out of Veve. As you see right here, is that the gem payment threshold is now 500. This is going to be rolling out at the end of December. So definitely depending on your country, but instead of needing 1,000 in your account, now you only need 500. And as they've said since the beginning, this is kind of a gradual thing. I don't think they ever wanted a threshold. They're just trying to abide by countries, just whatever they're asking for. So maybe this will get lower and lower. I understand 500 is still high for a lot of people, but it's a lot better than 1,000. So we got that cut in half, and who knows, maybe next time it'll be 250 cut in half again. Maybe next time it'll be cut in half again. But that's pretty good. And also, that's a little less worry of people trying to floor a ton of collectibles and comics to try to meet that 1,000 threshold, because now they only need 500. Because I was a little bit worried that these two things would collide, that people would have their accounts merged, and now they want to try to cash out on their primary account now that they have access to more collectibles and comics. So that they would floor those to try to get over 1,000. But with it being 500, that's a little bit less worry for at least short term. MCP, not a whole lot to say on that. It is on the track for the end of the year release. I'm excited to see what comes out of that, but I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that. The Veveverse, so the first demo released at DCon Anaheim, I was there, and it was really cool. So instead of showing the little clip, you can go watch basically the avatar walking around. I can just kind of briefly explain it to you. Is essentially you'll be able to view your Veve vault inside of this virtual reality. I think a cool thing that was mentioned, that Dan mentioned, that has been mentioned before, but it hasn't been touched on by a lot of people, is that this Veveverse, there will be scripts to where you can kind of write your own scripts and be able to do your own things within these scripts. So for instance, you can make your collectibles fall from the sky. You can probably make like animations, different types of videos with your collectibles and comics. So I'm really interested to see people who are very innovative in that space be able to do what they can do with their vaults. The beta will be released to the Vaultaholics. Absolutely deserved. The Vaultaholics have been making these vault videos for over a year and a half now. They basically just get really illustrative with their collectibles and do really cool things. Would highly suggest following them on Twitter or any social media that they're on, because they have really cool demos. So again, I've talked about this with Kyle Wilson on his channel, but crypto pay-in is coming. This isn't new, but basically it's in beta testing right now and they're going through the bugs. This is where you can be able to use crypto to be able to buy gems, so more liquidity could be able to enter the market. They also mentioned that crypto payout is coming. While this isn't on the fast track, this will be able to withdraw gems into Ethereum, Bitcoin, USDC, whatever. That's around the corner. But crypto pay-in was the main focus right now. The advisory feedback panel is pretty cool. Basically, they're rolling out to get feedback from active users. I'm assuming like very active users. I don't know if there's a comic or collectible threshold, or if there's like a how active you are in the community Discord or on Discord or anything like that. But that's going to be pretty cool. They talked about the burn mechanism. So for the burns, I'll go ahead and move my thing right here. As you see right here at the bottom left, the burns, basically their plan from the beginning was not, well, they obviously are happy that they were selling out drops, but the plan from the beginning was, hey, there's probably going to be a lot of inventory just sitting on the shelf. So the plan has always been to burn. So they've already given some list of burning collectibles, and they've actually already added the little burn section of how many of set items are burned already. So they just talked more on that. The burn is at the discretion of the licensors, but the licensors appear to be okay with it. We've already had some bigger licensors, be able to burn their editions. So burn mechanisms have been the plan since the beginning. This will be in the collectible market. One of the biggest things they mention is the importance of collectors and how they're going to reward in the near future, hopefully from people holding older sets. They mentioned that mass marketing is coming in 2024. I took this bit from Dan Scabell. He brought up some really good points, so I'll just go ahead and read this real quick before we wrap up the video. In November-December company update, Veve mentioned that 2024 was the year of mass marketing. The biggest unknown to me is that what Veve will do to mass market, and then how to affect effort investment will convert to new users, especially core users, those who have 100 or more collectibles. So this goes to three key factors. One, does Veve have the budget? Two, will the target market in 2023 be ready for digital collectibles and NFTs? And then he didn't label this one, but of course, like how the campaign will actually look. I'm ready to see that as well, Dan, just to kind of see how they execute this form of mass marketing, because this is a very tricky market. You can't just pay influencers, and I'm not saying they're going to do this, but just to like shill the product, because that simply doesn't work with this crowd. It doesn't work with the NFT and crypto space. There's a lot of distrust there, obviously, from people getting scammed, from people getting rugged. So let's see how they do it. I'm very interested to be on board and to see how it goes. I hope this quick summary was beneficial to you. Again, be sure to subscribe and interact with the video. And as far as the merging accounts go, be sure to check out the video that I made specifically over how merging will affect the market here. And of course, if you missed mine and Kyle's live discussing crypto pay-in, merging accounts, and all of this, be sure to check that out as well. See you guys next time. Peace out.